Aphrodite, Greek mythology. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, and passion in Greek mythology. According to legend, she was born from the foam of the sea and ascended to Olympus. Aphrodite, who impresses gods and mortals with her beauty, plays an important role in many love stories. She was chosen as the most beautiful goddess in the Golden Apple incident that led to the Trojan War. Although her husband was Hephaestus, she had relationships with Ares, Adonis, and many other gods. She is known as the symbol of love and attraction. The city of Aphrodisias, dedicated to her, is one of the centers of her cult. Even today, she is remembered as one of the universal symbols of beauty and love. Venus, Roman mythology. Venus is the goddess of love and beauty in Roman mythology and the counterpart of the Greek Aphrodite. The Roman people saw Venus as the protector of both love and fertility. She is of great importance in Rome, especially since she is believed to be a descendant of Aeneas, the founder of Rome. Magnificent temples were built for her, the most famous being the Temple of Venus Genitrix. Influencing gods and humans with her beauty and charm, Venus has been the subject of many romantic stories in mythology. One of the most famous works, Botticelli's Birth of Venus, immortalized her beauty. The Romans also saw Venus as a symbol of victory and fertility. Even today, her name continues to be associated with the concepts of aesthetics and love. Ayızıt, Turkish mythology. Ayızıt is the goddess of beauty, fertility, and the protector of women in Turkish mythology. She is depicted as a being with golden hair, a bright face, and radiant light. She is also called the moon goddess and is believed to heal women under the moonlight. Kyrgyz and Altai Turks believe that Ayızıt protected newborn babies. She's also a representative of art, grace, and nature. She's said to appear as a swan or a white light. She was often asked for help in shamanic prayers. She is a symbol not only of physical beauty, but also of spiritual beauty. Freya, Norse mythology. Freya is the Norse mythological goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. She is also a warrior spirit and rules the realm of Folkvanger outside Valhalla with brave warriors. She is known for her golden hair, her great beauty, and her ability to cast spells. Riding a chariot pulled by cats, Freya is also the goddess of magic and divination. It is said that she often sheds golden tears. Although she is the goddess of love and beauty, she is also known as a warrior. Her greatest treasure is a legendary necklace made by dwarves called Brisingamen. The Vikings prayed to Freya before battle. She is a symbol not only of love, but also of a strong woman. Hathor, Egyptian mythology. Hathor is the goddess of love, beauty, music, and motherhood in Egyptian mythology. She is the representative of both divine beauty and maternal tenderness. Carrying a solar disk between cow horns, Hathor is considered the source of fertility and life. The pharaohs believed she was their sacred mother. She's also the patroness of dance, music, and joy. During festivals held in Hathor temples, people would sing and dance in her honor. She was also associated with the afterlife as she was believed to carry the dead to the afterlife. Her presence represents both earthly love and spiritual peace in Egyptian culture. Kikurihime, Japanese mythology. Kikurihime is the goddess of reconciliation, harmony, and beauty in Japanese mythology. Her name means the one who binds two souls together. In Japanese culture, she is seen as an important figure in the preservation of marriages and friendships. She is especially prayed to in order to resolve disputes between couples. Kikurihime is usually depicted in a white kimono with a soothing light. Her stories advise people to live a balanced and peaceful life. Although she is not widely known in Japanese mythology, her name is prayed to in many Shinto shrines. Lakshmi, Hindu mythology. Lakshmi is the goddess of beauty, wealth, and abundance in Hindu mythology. She is depicted as a four-armed goddess scattering gold coins. She represents both material prosperity and spiritual peace. Lakshmi, the consort of the god Vishnu, is venerated with great respect in Hindu culture, especially during the Diwali festival. People invite her blessings by cleaning and decorating their homes. She is also the guardian of goodness and justice. She is associated with the lotus flower because, like the lotus, she represents a pure and purified beauty. Lakshmi's presence is considered the source of peace and happiness. Lada, Slavic mythology. Lada is the goddess of love, beauty, and harmony in Slavic mythology. It is believed that her power increases with the arrival of spring. She is known as the sacred protector of love and marriage. With her beauty and grace, she ensures that all creatures in nature live in peace. Slavic people prayed to Lada for a prosperous year. At the festival in her honor, people danced and sang songs. She is seen as a symbol of living in harmony with nature. She represents not only physical beauty but also inner harmony. Xochiquetzal, Aztec mythology. Xochiquetzal is the goddess of love, beauty, flowers, and young women in Aztec mythology. Her name means flowering feather and symbolizes the freshness of nature. She was believed to protect young women and artists. The Aztecs wore flowers, danced and sang at festivals in her honor. It was also linked to fertility and marriage. She was seen as the inspiration for art, music, and crafts. In depictions of her, she's often portrayed as a beautiful woman adorned with flowers. Xochiquetzal was a reminder of love and beauty, but also of the transience of youth. Chel, Maya mythology. Chel is the goddess of beauty, fertility, love, and healing in Mayan mythology. She is also associated with rain and the moon. She is often seen as representing the fertility of water. She was believed to have healing powers and was especially prayed to by midwives. Chel has two different forms, a young woman and an old wise woman. Her younger form represents love and beauty, and her older form represents wisdom. The Mayans worshipped her especially during pregnancy and childbirth. She is a powerful figure who combines a sense of beauty with the cycles of nature. Oshun, Africa, Yoruba mythology. Oshun is the goddess of love, beauty, rivers, and fertility in Yoruba mythology. She is also the patroness of dance, music, and art. Oshun is said to be depicted as an adorned woman dressed in golden clothes. It is believed that she impresses gods and humans with her beauty. She symbolizes that, like the flow of water, emotions and love are fluid. The Yoruba people made offerings to Oshun in the rivers to bring fertility. They prayed to him for women's fertility and love life. Oshun is considered the goddess of both physical attractiveness and spiritual grace. Anahita, Persian mythology. Anahita is the goddess of water, beauty, and fertility in Persian mythology. She is also considered the guardian of purity and cleanliness. In the Zoroastrian faith, she was believed to be a sacred being and to keep the waters clean. Anahita's temples were highly revered, especially in the Persian Empire. She was referred to as the protector of warriors and women, and was said to grant strength to warriors and fertility to women. Her symbol is often depicted with flowing water or a sacred river. In Persian art, she is depicted in elegant, sumptuous clothing with a crown on her head. Anahita was seen as a reflection of beauty, not only physical but also spiritual. Inanna, Ishtar, Mesopotamian mythology. Inanna is the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility in Sumerian mythology. In Babylon, she was called Ishtar. She is known as both a compassionate and ruthless goddess, representing love and war at the same time. One of her most famous stories is her descent into the underworld and her return. While descending to the land of the dead, she loses her power by removing all her jewelry and clothes. But when she is resurrected and returns to the earth, this event symbolizes the cycle of nature and the coming of spring. She was also the patroness of prostitutes and kings. The Ishtar Gate in Babylon was built in her honor. Known as much for her ambition and power as for her beauty, Inanna is one of the most complex goddesses of Mesopotamian mythology. Brigid, Celtic mythology. Brigid is the goddess of art, beauty, inspiration, and nature in Celtic mythology. She's also the patroness of poets and artists. The Celtic people venerated her especially with the coming of spring. Her power is believed to be linked to the light of the sun and the fertility of nature. Brigid is said to carry the mystical power of fire and water. In Irish mythology, she has become both a goddess and a saint. She is a compassionate and powerful figure who inspires people. Brigid's spirit is felt wherever art and nature are intertwined. Ilmatar, Finnish mythology. Ilmatar is the goddess of beauty, nature, and creation in Finnish mythology. Her name means air mother, and she is believed to have created the world. In the Kalevala epic, Ilmatar is said to descend from the sky to the seas and shape the world. She is said to control all elements of nature with her beauty and grace. The winds and waves are said to obey her commands. Ilmatar is also associated with birth and fertility. She represents not only beauty and love, but also the balance of the universe. The Finnish people respect her and try not to harm nature. Hina, Polynesian mythology. Hina is the goddess of beauty, love, and the moon in Polynesian mythology. She is remembered with different stories on various Pacific islands. In some myths, she is said to be born from seashells, while in others, she is said to live on the moon. Hina was believed to bestow grace and charm on young women. The idea that moonlight is the source of romance and love is attributed to her. In Polynesian culture, she is also associated with art and weaving. Hina's beauty and wisdom are featured in many legends told on the islands. She is considered a representative of natural beauty and inner peace.